Hello, and welcome back to another video of The Sim. Well, actually, it's not another video, of a brand new video of The Sims 2 Legacy Edition. Unfortunately, my last recording was lost, so I'm gonna have to redo this. Hopefully, it'll be funnier than it was before. Although some crazy stuff happened, so we'll see. We'll see. So, this is a family I built a few hours ago. And as you can see, I spend an extensive amount of time creating them. That's why they're married, but they look like brother and sister because I just used the same hairstyle on both Sims. We have Kyle Willson, and then we have Ellie Willson. Those two were supposed to be married, but let's see if I can get move objects on here. So okay, good. I got it the first time. Um, so these guys just moved in. It hasn't even been a day yet. I'm trying to get him to learn how to do some cooking. So if you didn't know, Sims 2, you can actually have your Sims learn some cooking just by watching TV, which is always good, I guess. So you can essentially just have them watch TV forever, unlike The Sims 1, where they had to sit down and read a book, which kind of sucked. Because then they'll be like, I'm too depressed to learn how to cook. No, and they'd literally look at the camera and be like, go F yourself, I'm not going to learn how to cook. What's amazing is that this game came out the same year that The Sims 1 had its final expansion pack come out, which is mind boggling. Because you look at The Sims 1 and you look at The Sims 2, and they almost don't even look like the same game. You know, it's crazy how much the game advanced in just five years or 4 years, depending on which one you played. Although I played the 1999 version, which they released another version in 2000, which was a little bit different. It added a couple new things, and then they kind of just kept, hey, who cares? Rambling. And along with some upgraded graphics, like serious upgrades, we got draw distance, so I can see my neighbors now. Kind of. Still kind of low res, but considering where we came from, where it was just abyss of nothing, this was pretty cool. Especially now. I mean, I say even, oops, the graphics now are. Well, they hold up pretty well. I mean, considering this game came out over 20 years ago. Who said television never taught anyone anything? Kyle's earned a cooking skill. Well, good job, Kyle. I'm proud of you while your wife sits there and sleeps, or lays there and sleeps. Along with improving the graphics, the game obviously had some other major improvements. So I no longer have to sit here and fight my sim to get them married. I can just combine households, so I could go and create a family and move them into this house with these guys, and then these two are already married, but if she was a single woman or he was single, I could move in another sim and they could get married. They're already living in the house, so I can kind of control both of them. Unlike The Sims 2, where you were. Let me use an analogy here, I guess. You could sit there and win. It was easier to win the lottery than to get a sim married in The Sims 1. They made it so difficult. And if you try to get your sim married to a townie, well, good freaking luck is all I can say to that. Let's have you go make an instant meal. Why not? Because those townies, you can't control them. At least if you had a sim that you could go to their house and control them, you could kind of make it work. Because then you could invite the other sim over, and you could kind of make their personalities and stuff match, so they could be a better companion for each other. And go grab a drink. And go. No one should go to bed hungry. He wants to be in the medical field. I have no idea why, because that's not his aspiration. What is his aspiration? What did I make his aspiration? Where do I even find that? Rewards. Okay. Well, I don't know what the hell his aspiration is. I think it's money. And unfortunately, the money cheat doesn't work on the aspirations, but whatever. Alright, go enjoy your instant meal, kids. Let's just stick this somewhere. I'm gonna can't delete object. Yeah, we're gonna see about that. I think you've had enough of that. Watch this though. It says I can't delete it. Yeah. Yeah, right. Can't delete it. My ass. Watch this. Oh, look at that. It's stuck to his hand. What's gonna happen to it when he goes to bed? Is he gonna sit there and sleep with that thing on his hand? No, I guarantee you that thing's gonna be gone when he wakes up. Where the hell did Ellie go? Oh, she's taking out the game to do that here. Take care of that for you. Okay, so why don't we stick this to your hand and then it'll go away. No, it won't because I can't stick it to her hand. Damn it. Oh, I can delete it now. Okay, cool. Uh, I can also do this with the move objects cheat. If you didn't know this already, look at that. I can defy the laws of physics. I can defy the laws of reality. I could build a house in the road if I wanted to, but I don't. In fact, let's do something here. Let's not make this too weird. You know, I talked about Sims 1 making magic, but this game has a lot of its own magic going on. With the windows floating in the air and yeah, if you come on this street, you got to go through my little tunnel here. Far out can I put these? Okay, that's the end of the lot. You know what? I could totally do like a tunnel right here. Look at that little maze, walls, tunnel type thing. Oh no! Why don't I actually do a tunnel? I've never actually thought about that. I could totally sit there and do a tunnel. Maybe. Where's that damn digging tool? Let's see here. Right there's a shovel. I'm looking right at it like an idiot. So I could make it so that this. Oops. I guess I can't change the road. Damn it. Okay, well, they thought about that. This action will flatten the entire lot to street level and go ahead and do it. I think that's the biggest of my worries. I got a bunch of crap sitting out in the middle of the road. And this doesn't actually affect the road. Yeah, you think it would, but it doesn't. What was I doing? I was going to make a tunnel. Where's those windows again? Alright, here. This is just awful. I don't even know what I'm getting at here. I'm just doing whatever I feel like. Wasting my Sims money on this crap. Could you imagine taking out the garbage and then you come out and all of a sudden this just appears in the road? Like, what the hell? Alright. There we go. Good. Alright, Ellie, go back in your house before anything weird happens. Yeah, anything else weird, I should say. And you're just stuck outside now. Go inside. Someone told me if I remove the mailbox, the lot would be permanently broken, but I don't know about that. I think if I bulldoze the lot, it's okay. Alright, let's go to a different house. Not much is happening here. I don't think it was until The Sims 3 that the time of day was the same throughout the entire neighborhood. So we'll go to these guys. Who, earlier there was a guy with them, and then he just disappeared. I don't know what the hell happened to him. So I didn't make this family, so if you log into The Sims 2, they'll be there. A lot of people don't like her because she's kind of annoying. Look at that. Somehow the kid's stuck to him. And the kid's gone. The kid just ceased to exist. I'm kidding. He'll come back if I leave. But it is a good cheat. Like, if your sim is your toddler or your kid's about ready to get taken away, just delete them, and then, well, it would work in The Sims 1 too, but Sims 1 you can bring them back without leaving the house. I was gonna put these guys into a nice house that I built, and then I got bored because the house is too big, and I went and played Call of Duty or something. That was 5 or 6 months ago, so I don't remember what I was doing exactly, but I just remember I didn't feel like fulfilling the house and don't feel like furnishing it now. And then we have the Hill family, which she came from this house, obviously. She did. He's just some guy moved in another video that I was gonna make. And the video ended up getting lost, like my mind, at work every day. So this is what's going on here. I couldn't get him to move out because I kept trying to make her go with him. So unfortunately, Julian he's gonna have to die because I don't want her living with him. I moved him in, and now his sacrifice will be kind of in vain that I moved him in for a video that doesn't even exist. And she tried to steal my paper, so now she's stuck in this little box for as long as this computer exists. I didn't invite you over. You tried to steal my paper, and now you're my prisoner. So there's that. And this is actually kind of a cool looking little shed here. Right, let's paint the little shed. Same as my house. Brick. And that way it'll match. There's no door. I would put a door in and lock it because I can do that in this game, but even if I lock it for her, they can still get out for some reason. And he's just stuck on the toilet, which he was actually on the computer trying to find a way to leave or move out, and it kept trying to take her with him, and I said no. So then I came to the conclusion that he would just have to die. Because I can't move him out individually, apparently, for some reason. There was a way I would do it, but here, why don't you come in and we'll see if maybe I'm missing something. You are just going to be stuck there forever. Now, I actually did this once where I stuck a sim in a house. I trapped him in the house, and then the other Sims grew up and lived their lives while this Sim was just stuck there. And I think it was a teenager that came over and pissed me off. And then I stuck him in a room outside the house, and life just went. And then, like, the Sim that had them over that was a teenager. Yeah, possible movers. Okay, I guess if she moved. I don't want to move her out, though. Sim's moving out with Julian. Okay. Well, I guess if she moves out, it's not safe. I misread that as it was going to take her with him, which... Okay, I think I just misread it. Okay. Hey, Julian, you got saved from death. Right his work showed up to take you away. Goodbye, Julian. I'm sure we'll use you somewhere else. Just made an idiot of myself. Alright, you're hot tubbing. And anyway, the Sim that I had stuck in the little box was still a teenager after the teenage Sim that they had come home with had grown old and died, and then the new Sims moved in, and... Well, no. It was just... I had a family living there, so the next generation took over, and there was like 10 generations of Sims, and the Sim that was stuck in the box was just a teenager for... Well, hell, they probably still are a teenager. I still have the computer they were stuck on. You need social, so maybe I'll stick you in there and you can talk to her for a minute. You know what? Let's do that. Let's stick you in here, Sam. Talk to her for a minute. She's freaking out. Knock it off. Knock it off. Oh, nope. Never mind. She's too angry at us to speak. Can she fall into a pool? Let's find out. Where's the pool tool? You're going to start giving me rules about physics. Yeah, you're not. Can't extend pool. My ass. Since when do you care about objects in my way? You let me put a freaking door on the road earlier, and now you're like, oh, you can't put that there. There's something in the way. I need to make it big enough that she could stand on it and potentially fall in. Although I don't think this is going to work. Alright. I tried to stick her in the pool earlier, and then she almost escaped, and we had to put a stop to that. I wish I could see her knees, because I... Oh, look at that. Now you're going to be stuck in there. Yeah. Don't steal my paper. So this is what happens when you read my paper. You know what? That's cruel. I'm not going to stick you in there. You can come in my house. Now what the hell was that? She just changed her clothes. Oh, did she die? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Or nope, she's just asleep. Like I said, I don't think they can die in this one if they're visiting. I don't think. Yeah, you need energy and you need social, which apparently Nina here can't help you with that. Well, we'll take care of all that in time. Alright, time for bed. It's 7 o'clock at night, but in SimWorld, I guess it's time for bed. Oh, the phone's ringing. Who's calling? I wish this game had voicemail. They had a lot of advancements. You know what? She doesn't even need social. Here, I forgot. Take the Sims one. Go get on a chat room. What's crazy is that this game came out a year before the Xbox 360. And you may not know this, but it came out before the freaking Ice Age, too. Not the movie, the actual Ice Age. So it goes Sims 1 came out when the dinosaurs roamed the Earth. Sims 2 came out after the Ice Age. No, before the Ice Age, sorry. Right after the dinosaurs went extinct. And then Sims 3 came out when Dirt was made. I think it was like a year or two later they made Dirt. And just plain old Dirt. Yep, so Sims 3. And then Sims 4. Well, Sims 4 came out 11 years ago, and they haven't made a sequel since. Because they're like, why make a sequel when we can just put all the stuff that should have been in Sims 4 in the Sims 4 at launch? Sorry, that probably didn't make any sense. Whatever, I probably should just end the video.